What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Getfitzel.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Getfitzel.
What up, Fit Fam? What up, Fit Fam? Welcome back. What up, Fit Fam? Welcome back. Today, we're gonna be going over jumping in place. What's up, everyone? Name's Itzel, proud owner of Getfitzel. So I got started at the age of 13. It was summer of 2002. I was a little bit chunky back then, and I just needed to lose some weight. And at the time, I was drinking like 6 Lipton Brisk a day. I got started with walking, and it helped me lose about 30 pounds that summer. People noticed a difference, and it was just like, it's what you do. And I was like, I went walking, and some people were like laughing, like, you went walking? And yeah, I would walk like every single day. You know, walking can only get you so far. So I lost weight, and I kind of maintained for a while and didn't know what else to do. And then one of my uncles, mi tío Richard, he bought me my first weight set. He bought me a bench, he bought me a bar, which is like 25-pound bar, and then like the little circular pound weights. And he taught me like the foundations of what I know today. I eventually signed up at a gym called Bally Total Fitness, and my cousin Luis and I would go there like religiously. We would go there like 5-6 days a week. I would work out for like 4 or 5 hours sometimes, overdoing it. You know, when you're younger, you don't really understand what you're doing. I tried out for gymnastics, did gymnastics for a year, but honestly, I fell in love with weight training, and I did nothing else. So like between the ages of like 14 to 18, I was just in the gym working out. Around the age of 19, I continued working out, and around that time I had hurt my lower back. I didn't really get checked. I kind of, I guess you could say, healed myself just through movement. And then soon after that, I joined the circus. I did acrobat, adagio, tight wire. I rode a bike with 10 girls on it. Yeah, I joined the circus, and it was different because it was still strength training, but it was with people. It got me out of my comfort zone. It just kind of opened my passion for movement and fitness. The bodybuilding world wasn't always for me. Soon after that, my sister brought up the idea of personal training. And so she paid for my personal training certificate through, I think it was ISSA at the time. Yeah, I passed the test. So I applied at Planet Fitness. At the time, they said no. And then I went to LA Fitness, and they put me in the personal training counselor position, which is pretty much personal training sales. I did that for about 3 months, and I got promoted to assistant manager at LA Fitness. Did that for about 3 months, and I got promoted to personal training director. And honestly, I was selling training for other trainers. So I kind of lost a passion for that. You know, I kind of wanted to start training people. So I left LA Fitness, joined Export, and that's when I truly started my one-on-one training career, because I was training people on the side at LA Fitness, but at Export, I was full-time trainer. I was full-time trainer, and I went back to school. I wanted to go back to school for applied behavioral sciences, which is like kind of psychology, just to kind of learn more about human behavior. Did the Export for about almost 2 years, and then someone from FFC scouted me. Did FFC for about 4 years. You know, I don't know if I got bored of training, but I think I lost my passion for like me walking in and people like not feeling your energy. So like I would walk in and be like, "Woo, let's go!" You know, Monday morning, and people were like, "Yo, dude, it's kind of early for that." And it didn't rub me right. And then almost year 5, around March of 2020, pandemic hit. March 16th, they laid us off, and I didn't know what to do. I was kind of like, am I gonna be a trainer still? I started walking again. I'm a very high energy person, so I need to move, and meditation is good for me, but walking's better. So for me, walking really helped me kind of meditate through movement. I would walk for like 8 hours. And I think just walking and channeling that energy and really getting my creative juices flowing, I came up with the idea of like barbershop gym. So like, you know how barbershops charge for a seat at the barbershop and people go there? Well, that's what I wanted to do for personal trainers. I wanted to offer a facility, state-of-the-art facility, where trainers can pay a sublease and then be able to train out of the facility and kind of grow their own business. Around my 31st birthday, my sister found us some space, and it was right on North Avenue in Ruby. And I came in and I saw the space and I fell in love with it. Originally, I started off with like, I think it was 800 square feet. And I had a vision already. I saw this place, I saw the space, and I was just like, oh my God, I want to train here. And it was originally only gonna be me, but then my cousin Antonio wanted to come see the space. He came and looked at it and was like, holy shit. I think once he saw the space, he saw the vision. Okay, I see what you're trying to do here. He's like, can I join you? Can I start training people here? He joined me. And then after that, I think we got an additional 600 square feet. So now at this point we had 1,400 square feet. And then Jose Dominguez, my buddy from FFC, he was also a trainer there. He came by, looked at the space and was like, yo, dude, this looks awesome. I'm thinking about building my own home gym at the house in the garage. He's like, but I would like to work here. He started training here 3 days a week. And at that time, then I had to expand even more. So by that time, once we had 1,400, we went up to 1,800 square feet, and I had an office. And then the rest is history. Like now we're like a 2,400 square foot facility. And you know, we've really upgraded the space. We've changed the carpet, we've painted the walls, we've got signs everywhere. It's just kind of like the vision just kept growing, you know, and the longer we kept going, it's kind of like a avalanche effect. You know, you start off small, and then this huge wave came, and next thing you know, more and more people wanted to join us. I think it was the environment, obviously, but it was like the love that we brought. You know, people felt that we wanted to be here. People felt that we were passionate about it, and people felt like they were part of something, which is why they're still with us today. Getfitzel is not just a gym. It's a community-based facility for strength and conditioning where people are loved, people are empowered, people are supported, people are healed, and yeah, you have to be honest with yourself. Like, if you're not getting results, it's because you're not owning yourself. You know, to this day, like I feel like since I was 14, I was telling myself, I'm gonna own a gym one day. Like, just because I went to the gym at the age of 14 and I was intimidated. I just felt like I didn't belong, which is, you know, another reason why I wanted to open my own space. I just felt like I can offer something different. And here at Getfitzel, we don't believe in having mirrors, because it's not about how you look. You know, it's about how you feel. Oh yeah, the looks come with it, but that's not, if that's your only reason for coming and working out, then you're doing it for ego reasons. You're not doing it for the right reasons. Here at Getfitzel, we really promote, you know, overall mind, body, spirit health, and, you know, through breathing, through movement, and then I guess you can get the spiritual side. I say when you have a strong body, a strong physical body, it really helps you create a strong mental state. Honestly, like, we're just getting started. Yeah, we got energy crystals. The one energy crystal is light, Palo Santo, which is like just you burn it and it's supposed to like clear the negative energies in here. Sage, again, same thing, it protects it from evil spirits. We have a Shinyo-en temple altar that again just protects the I guess you could say energy field or the space that we have here. Yeah, currently our goal is to hopefully open up another location or move this gym altogether into our own space. Like, I would originally have liked to have more of a rectangle shape, so we have like more track field, more track space versus having a box. Yeah, I didn't tell my parents until June 6th. I surprised them just because, like, you know, my brother's in med school. My sister has her own business. I am beauty. My brother's in med school at Loyola School of Medicine, and I always felt like they were ahead of me, even though I was the older brother, and I was always trying to kind of like keep up. And then when I opened my facility, I felt like it was like my time to shine. You know, my brother and sister had their spotlight. It was my time to show my parents, like, yo, I could do it too, you know? And when I showed my parents the space, they were like, my dad was in awe. He was like, so what is this? This is my gym. He's like, okay, so what is it? Like, it's my gym, Dad. And he's like, this is yours? I'm like, well, yeah, I'm subleasing. I'm leasing it, but yeah, I'm leasing the space, and I have a contract for 6 months. And he's like, cool. And my mom's like, I'm proud of you. And honestly, that's like probably one of the first times I ever heard my mom say I'm proud of you, because she's not very verbal about stuff. She kind of keeps it in, but she was like, I'm proud of you, son. I was like, what the fuck? Cool, you know? Do affirmations. What are, 3, 6, 9, 12 things that you want in your life? And tell yourself that every single day. By doing this, writing it down or telling yourself on a regular basis, you become that. Like, it sounds crazy, but you're attracting it through the law of attraction. Like, you have to talk to yourself positively. You have to love yourself, because by loving yourself, you're going to attract the right people to you. Having the right people around is powerful, because you can't do this alone. Be around people who push you. Be around people who push you to be better. That's another thing. Like your circle matters. So like literally who you're around, you got to watch your circle. Early on, having Jose here, just fucking extra light and the spirit that he has, the energy, fuck. It just woke me up every morning. And then Tony has that patience. Tony's like very, very chill. He has that like just calm and just like very patient with people. And that having that around too with Jose, the balance, it just kind of balances it out. And then Christy, she's a healer. She's an empath. She knows how to relate with women, and most of my people are women. So having someone who's a professional at working with women, I'm learning from that person. I can't forget about Edwin, my videographer early on. And he helped me start off the foundation of Getfitzel with my media. He made videos, I posted them, and we would trade, we would barter. So I would train him, he would make me a video. And now he's in the city, booked. He's working like over 30 hours a week as a trainer, as a coach. And he works for himself.
My name is Eric Fajardo. So I met Itzel originally as a delivery driver working for Bocce's Pizza. Both him and his sister was a cashier behind the counter. That's how I was introduced to the whole entire family. I had lived in the area and had offered to see if he wanted to be a roommate way back when. I mean, this had to have been 2013, 14, somewhere around there. And it never really came to be. But then fast forward another 5-6 years, I became a homeowner and had thought, who would be a good roommate? Somebody that I trust, that could come live with me. So I reached out to Itzel. And at that time, he was also kind of looking for a change, wanted to kind of reset and get a different area. And little did I know what change that would bring for kind of both of us. This was kind of at the early stages of before the pandemic started. And he read the signs really well with, things most likely shutting down and closing. And immediately I started to see him think outside of the box and what he could do. So slowly kind of started to bring some of his equipment home. And he asked, would it be all right if I, could train some people out of the garage? And I was perfectly okay with that. And as that slowly started, you could see this is working. And then he had this idea of what it could turn into, his own business. So he grew. It started, at first it was just more equipment in the garage. It started with a couple dumbbells and sandbags at the garage. And then all of a sudden it was plates and bars coming in the garage and really expanding. And then his ideas really started to grow. And shortly after that, he got a small little studio space, which is what this has turned into. When Itzel has an idea, it's not a small idea. When he reaches for the stars, he really goes for it. It's been amazing to see how quickly he's been able to reach what he has kind of set the bar for. He's inspirational in that aspect where he makes his reality. And it was crazy just to see that inception started just from the beginning of an idea to actually what it is turned into today. I've always been relatively active. I grew up riding freestyle BMX. I like running. After you run, you kind of get that, the endorphins pumping. I love that. But a lot of times when I was going to the gym, I was running around aimlessly. I didn't really know what I was doing. With living with Itzel, he's a plethora of information when it comes to, fitness and functional fitness and how to kind of train for tons of different styles, but specifically what, an individual is looking for. I had a herniated disc, and kind of after that, I felt like that injury took my youth away from me, because I always felt pretty agile, but after that back injury, I was pretty rough. So I kind of did look for guidance on what to do with, as far as working out, what type of exercises to implement. And Itzel was a great help in that regard, as things to do to kind of work my strength back up. Working out with him and his cousin Tony, obviously, the whole entire crew here, they're just knowledge that they give you on how to be more safe in what you're doing, so you're not getting any type of injuries, to protect yourself. He is really, I jokingly say that, like, he is like a living embodiment of a ray of sunshine. At first, before he moved in, he always had that positivity, and I was like, he'll probably have his low moments at home or in these four walls. Nope, it's always a ray of sunshine, and that's awesome. It's awesome to have that around, and that energy transfers, but having Itzel around kind of puts you in a positive mindset. I love having him as a friend, and somebody that I can talk to and kind of look up to.
So my name is Liliana Perez, known as Lily. I know Itzel through high school. I met him when I was 16. I know the whole family. I know his sister Indra. She's my hairstylist. So whenever I come in, we joke around like, oh, I know the whole family. I work out with Itzel, and I get my hair done by Indra. And Mauri's about to be a doctor. So Itzel always tells me that he's going to be my doctor. So I'm 30 now. So you could say I've known Itzel for a total of 15 or 16 years. We have the type of friendship where we didn't talk every day, but we kept up with each other on Facebook and social media. As soon as he opened his own gym, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go work out with Itzel. Let's see what that's about. This is, I would say, my second round with him. Last year, it was around the same months, from June to September, and then I decided to go on my own, but then something happened, and I decided that I needed to get back into the swing of things with working out with him. It wasn't, for me, it wasn't really the environment, because I've been with Itzel since this place has been empty. The thing about working out with Itzel, it was never where I was. It was, if I was with him, I felt safe. And the energy he mirrored to me was that I could achieve anything that I wanted to, as long as I put my mind to it. So when I walked in, I didn't really feel anything from the place. What I felt was the energy from Itzel. No, I think we've learned a lot from each other because I went through some things, and Itzel's just been like, whoa, I can't believe like you've encountered all of that. For example, like I would say that what got me into working out was grief. It was grief because 2020 and 2021 was not, well, the beginning of 2021 was not a great year for my family. In 2020, I lost my stepdad to pancreas cancer. And after that is when I got diagnosed with being a manic depressive and also having GAD, which is generalized anxiety disorder. It's when I decided, like, you know what? I read a bunch of articles that say like working out really helps with anxiety and depression. So I'm going to sign up with Itzel. And that was probably my biggest reason why I got into fitness and starting with Itzel, because I was like, I'm going to take care of this and I'm going to do it physically. You know, telling him, coming into sessions and telling him everything that I went through, it was basically my therapy. That's exactly what it was. I got better, but then like another stint hit my family. I lost my father and my grandmother to COVID on the same day, 3 hours apart. So that was a really like a hammer to my family. And I had gotten diagnosed with COVID at the same time. So I was literally sitting in my house for like a month and a half. And as soon as I was done with COVID, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to Itzel, like, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna move, because I'm not just gonna sit and grieve my dad and grieve my grandma. Like, now I always tell people what it's always used to tell me: movement is medicine, because it really is. Like, there's no way to be sedentary. You have to get up and do something. You can't sit there and be in your mind and your thoughts, because you will drive yourself crazy.
So my name is Misael Carrera. Lots of people call me Miz. Back when I was in high school, I actually attended high school with two of his younger siblings. We all ran cross country and track. Itzel, I didn't know him very much, but at that point, I knew he was the brother that always worked out. We finished high school, went along, and we all went our separate ways. Not only did I continue running after high school, I went to college. I became an All-American, STEM All-American, and competing at the national level for Puerto Rico, and was a national champion. So I tried to qualify in 2016 to the Olympics. I decided I didn't make it by a couple of seconds, so I decided to come back in 2020. Unfortunately, 2019, I was badly injured to the point where I just couldn't run without feeling pain. I got help from several experts, and they couldn't figure it out either. They just thought it was inflammation, weakness in the hips, different areas of the body. I had finished law school at that time, so I decided to focus on my career. That was back in New Mexico. By then, I decided to move back to Chicago to continue my legal practice here. 2020, pandemic was terrible for everyone, but for me in particular, I know my experience was terrible. I had a depressive state, a tough situation, both family matters, personal matters, relationship matters, everything just went, for lack of a better word, to crap. I was trying to figure out how I could get back into some semblance of fitness and just be happy again. And I reached out to Itzel. I had seen that he opened the gym during the beginning of the pandemic. And, I reached out and I said, hey, can you help me out? I've been injured. And he said, yeah, come right in. We'll talk about it and see what we could do. I came in, and to put it in a simple way, it was love at first sight. We were working out. We get along great. We work well. He's always very positive, very motivated, very inspiring. And I decided to give him my all and see if it would help. After a matter of 2-3 months of just doing consistent strength work with Itzel, all the pain went away. I was able to start training again. I started getting, semblance of, normalcy, feeling normal, feeling happy, feeling motivated. In February 2021, I decided to go to Colombia to try to train to qualify to the Olympics for the first time, believing that I could do it. So I took off, went to Colombia, trained there. Itzel still coached me from afar with strength work. I was in shape for that, went to Austria to compete, and unfortunately, the weather was terrible. Out of 100 athletes trying to qualify, only one was able to qualify. So at the end of the day, I have no regrets. I know I would have been an Olympian, and I will be an Olympian in 2024, and a lot of it's thanks to Itzel and just being able to get me strong. I think I would recommend him and his programs to anyone out there that just wants to be healthier and happier and fit, for that matter. Yeah, so if you've been injured and you find yourself in a rut, I think it's just a matter of trying to focus at the light at the end of the tunnel, moving forward and finding something that's going to help build you and reflecting on who you are and what you want in your life and for yourself. Coming here with Itzel, it was a lot of I am Olympian, I am beautiful, I am powerful. And being able to just focus on something else, because at the end of the day, we all go through rough patches of life. Just like for me, it was running. I couldn't find joy during that time because I would try to run and I would be in pain. So it's a matter of just focusing on something that's gonna, help you get out of that rut.
My name is Antonio Ramirez. I'm a trainer here at Getfitzel. I started with Itzel June 1st after we got laid off of our previous workplace. We got laid off. He continued training. I took a little bit of a break. As soon as he showed me the area that we were starting with, which was just a little corner of this spot that we have right now, I saw his vision and I was like, I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you. Yeah, it just took off from there. Now, as far as fitness, what got me started in fitness, what keeps me in fitness, Itzel was actually the first one that kind of introduced fitness into my life. It's just something that I started doing for myself. Once I became committed to it and I became disciplined with it, it was the first time I really started loving myself and having any sort of confidence in myself, right? So it just became kind of an addiction, you can say, and it's just been a constant in my life. now it's just reached to a point, my fitness level has reached to a point where, I'm confident in picking up any activity, any sport that I want to do. But again, it just came with time. It's also evolved into an aspect where I believe there are three things that every human needs to be on top of to be performing optimally, which is your fitness, first of all, your mental health, and your spiritual health. Fitness is one of the three components, so I got to keep doing it. My relationship with Itzel has been an interesting one, to say the least. Him and I, growing up, he was my first bully, believe it or not. I know that's hard for people to believe because he's just a different person than he was when he was younger, when we were younger. But it taught me a lot about myself, and I think it also taught him a lot about himself too. And I think that's our relationship, we teach each other a lot about ourselves. And we're very similar in a lot of ways, very, very similar. And they're very different at the same time, where he's a little bit more extroverted, a little bit more rambunctious and loud, and I'm a little bit more quiet, introverted, but I just feel like we balance each other out, so we're good for each other, right? He keeps me in check when I need to be put in check, and I do the same for him. And yeah, he's my cousin, he's my brother. I don't even look at him as my cousin anymore, he's just my brother. But yeah, I'm gonna ride this thing with him till the wheels fall off. Yeah. That's funny you say that. I think, growing up, him and I, we went through phases with fitness, right? Obviously, now we're a lot more mindful, we're a lot more compassionate, we're a lot more loving. But you go through phases in fitness, right? You find a new self-love and a newfound self-confidence after a certain period of time of being in fitness. And if you're not careful with that, it can turn into it could really boost your ego up, right? As far as not having the mirrors, I think it's just that, it's just you're in here more for what's inside than what is outside. This comes like physical aesthetics, it comes after time, but you kind of have to work on the inside first. And I feel like that's what that's what we promote here. It's just not just being healthy on the outside and looking healthy, but feeling it on the inside, feeling that self-love, and then everything else follows afterwards. And you know what? I didn't even see this gym turning to what it is right now. To be quite honest with you, sometimes I step back and I look at it and it's only been a year, and it's just the progress that we've made in a year, that he's made in a year. I couldn't even tell you. I really do feel like the sky is the limit for him and I, and for us as a team, and our community that we're building too. I feel like we have a community as well. It's really, honestly, it's just the beginning. I couldn't tell you where this is going to end up. Because a year ago, if you would have asked me, this is what we have right now, I would have never guessed it. So yeah, it's just completely transformed. So like I said, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Only he knows what it's going to be, only because it's his vision. I'm just here to support his vision and impact as many lives as I can personally as well, on the way on this journey.
All right. Hi, my name is Christy Nult. Fitness has been part of my life forever. From the time I was really young, I've been an athlete. So I was a really competitive gymnast. I played soccer all year long. Sports were my life. So fitness was just a part of me. I got more into this type of structured fitness in college when I really needed it. It really brought me a grounding and centered space when I felt like I was kind of losing control in other areas of my life. So in a way, I do feel like fitness came around and saved me in my 20s, and I really loved it so much. I became disinterested in anything else I was studying. So I ended up becoming a personal trainer. I started working in 2010 as a full-time trainer, and I have been doing this ever since. So almost 12 years. Itzel and I were training together at FFC for probably 7 years together. So we've been friends for a while and just have so much respect for Itzel and he just always wants to learn and grow, and I'm very similar in that way. So I feel like we've always been able to understand each other and connect with each other. So when everything happened in 2020, we always stayed in touch, and it finally worked out March of this year that I decided to join the Getfitzel team. So I'm here 2 days a week, and it's just amazing. It's a beautiful space, as you know, and my clients just love it. So this has been wonderful after being behind a screen for like a year. It's just so wonderful, not only to connect with my clients in person, but like it's like a vortex of incredible, beautiful, high vibe energy in this space, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I really am the only trainer that I know of that works specifically with women. So I've only been training women solely for the past 10 years. And my style and philosophy has just continued to grow and evolve year after year. Now, I actually practice something called cycle syncing. So I believe that as women, we need to be in tune with our period. Our period is our 5th vital sign. And we can actually use our period to our advantage when it comes to fitness and training. We have 4 distinct phases in our period cycle every single month. And I teach women how to sync their workouts to each distinct phase in their cycle just to optimize their health, their healing, their wellness, their fitness. So that's kind of my specialty. And I also am known as like the holistic trainer. So just take a really super holistic mind, body, energy approach to everything I do, and just love expanding and opening people's minds inside the gym as well as outside the gym. Interesting. So this past year, so in addition to training, I'm still taking a full load of personal training clients, but I've also really been able to expand outside of just my training career. I have a monthly membership program called the Quantum Fit Flow, which is my company name, Self Healer's monthly membership program. And that's when I really am able to dive deep in with the women that I work with in this membership like vortex. And every single month we dive into a brand new topic in the realm of women's holistic fitness. So I really see that. That's been growing month after month. I started that in January of this year. So I see myself continuing to do that. I've developed some online courses that I teach, holistic hormone balancing and just healing courses. That's kind of the direction things are heading.
Hi, my name is Mauri. I'm Ethan's little brother. I've been doing fitness to some extent since probably high school, but I started lifting a little bit the summer before college and then started incorporating just different kinds of fitness, kind of as a way to stay healthy, as a way to have a relationship with my brother and some of my cousins. I'm going into medicine, so I'm studying to be a doctor, less than 1 year to go, so I'm really excited. And I feel like fitness is truly the best medicine for so many things. You know, like, okay, laughter is the best medicine, but then fitness is like the second best medicine. I think so many of our society's problems could be alleviated or just eliminated if we had a society that had a way more fit culture. I've been there for my brother's journey, doing the gym in the area. He worked there. It's really cool to see him grow. He's tried a lot of different things for a while. He tried managing at one of the gyms. He's usually been a trainer. I've seen him get really into climbing. Recently get into like hiking and more like just a more diverse fitness. It's not just lifting, you know? And I've sort of tried to tag along his journey in terms of like, well, I gotta stay fit, not only for my own health, but also so that I can keep up with my brother, because we'll wrestle at every family event, because that's what brothers do. Last summer, like when the pandemic hit, he lost his job as a trainer. No one was really sure about how things were gonna shape up. So he started just training out of a friend's garage. It was very low key. He was training family members and then a few like people that he had recruited to train. And then he made the jump to actually get the LLC for Getfitzel while training in the garage. So he had the idea, and Getfitzel was previously like played with a YouTube channel, played with a website, but this was like actually manifesting and becoming something. pandemic was kind of a weird time, but very opportune for him because he does private training, so it's one-on-one. You're not at a gym with 100 people; it's 2 people, so you don't have that added risk of, am I going to get someone sick? Is someone going to get me sick? It's very personal thing that he does. I've been really proud of him. It's also nice for me because this gym is so convenient in terms of where I live, and it's been a lot of fun just being there for his journey. And I know this isn't it. This isn't his peak. He's still climbing. I feel like we all are. My sister, she's building her business. My brother's building his business, and I haven't started working, but within the next year, I'll start working, and then I'll start building my trade as well. And fitness is an integral part of that. My mission with my patients will be to try to get them to see the little things they can do in their day that can make their overall life better. And that can be that 20-minute walk. That can be taking the stairs instead of the elevator, and hopefully eventually working up the courage and the willpower to join a place like Getfitzel. It's a place where they can get fit without judgment, a place where they can ask questions and not just use a machine and not really know what they're doing. I'm hoping that I can help people in that way. And it's nice to know that my brother is creating really a community of people that have this similar vision of trying to better themselves, and then I think that ultimately is going to just better the community in general. For the absolute most part, everyone has the capacity to incorporate fitness into their life. I think people go through different things, whether it is bouts of depression, anxiety, obesity, or you've been so inactive for so long that you think but it hurts when I work out, but I don't know what I'm doing. Like if you follow my brother on Instagram or my cousin Tony, who trains here with my brother, they give out free exercise advice, and it's obviously to do at your own, whenever you have the time or whenever you want to. But there's so many resources, and it's easier said than done for a lot of people. It's not easy to start working out when maybe you've never had a history of working out. I was a runner in high school, so I already had a foundation from a long time ago. Like pretty much everyone, there's some kind of exercise that they can do. While exercise might hurt the first few times, overall, for pretty much everyone, it's going to feel good long term. It's going to decrease a lot of chronic health problems. So I think if there's any advice, it's try it. And then if you quit, that's fine, but try it again later. One of the top things that I'm going to recommend to my patients within the next year, and I do now when I interact with them, is things like physical therapy are key. When you have an injury, there are some cases where it's important to rest those muscles. But in a lot of cases, if someone has back pain, the problem isn't that they should stop using their back, or sit down all day, or just lay in bed. That's gonna create a cycle that is very toxic, in which the problem gets worse. Like fitness is crucial for healing. There's different kinds of injuries. Fitness creates for the most part, small injuries that are healthy for the body, that your body can heal. So if you are hurting, and that can be physically or mentally, fitness is often a great addition to whatever else you're doing to make that pain go away, to make your life better.
My name is Joel Michel, and I'm Itzel's father.
Mi nombre es Lourdes Michel. Yo soy la mamá de Isel. Orgullosa de ser la mamá de Isel.
Well, when he started, I remember when he started in the garage. And I was going there, not every day, but I was going there to help him because he started helping me. And suddenly he told me, I need a bigger space. And I told him, well, he needs a bigger space, but I don't know where he's going to get it, because it was hard for him to know where the place was. I mean, the way he wanted. And he found this place, and honestly, looks very good. And now you can see it's comfortable,
Yo soy feliz porque yo lo he visto que en un año ha prosperado y se mira que el lugar de cuando empezó ahora es fantástico. Y yo estoy contenta porque él va a crecer no hasta aquí, él va a llegar más, él tiene muchas expectaciones a futuro.
Cuando él tenía, when he was 1 year old,
No. 8 months. 8 meses. Cuando él tenía 8 meses, él empezó a subir escaleras solito. Desde chiquito ha sido muy activo y empezó a caminar a los 10 meses.
I used to hang him in the closet bar for 30 or 40 seconds at a time. He hung there, he stayed there, And I used to tell him, don't give up. I used to put him several times like that because I feel good. He was feeling good, When he started walking, I used to walk him about 4 blocks west, 4 blocks south, 4 blocks east, and 4 blocks north, And he was strong enough to walk by himself, I just had his hand in the middle and walk. And we used to walk around those 4 blocks almost every day. I used to walk him because in the way when he got home, he goes right to sleep,
Muy activo. Cuando estaba en high school, él quería hacer gimnasia, dijo, poco a poquito, tú vas a crecer poco a poquito, no de la noche a la mañana, esto lleva tiempo, pero él quería ya de abrir y cerrar los ojos y ya estar ahí, y ahorita está creciendo.
When he was in grammar school, he was shocked, Somebody or some girl, I don't know, a friend, I don't know who, told him he was chubby, and he asked me. I said, yes, when you're growing and when you grow, your body's gonna change shape, because it's life. I told myself, his dream is coming true. And I was happy for him, because he always told me, he always said, but one day you get Getfitzel. When he started in the garage, I say, probably can't do it, because the garage was too small and was hard for me to see him there all the time, He always dreamed to grow. And thank God, the main point is to do good.
Yo cuando agarré el Getfitzel, yo estaba feliz, dije, ese es el inicio de una nueva vida para ti. Y me dijo, tú vas a llegar donde tú quieras estar. Porque tú es el primer día que tú estás empezando para una nueva vida. Y tú estás, yo me siento feliz. Yo estoy muy contenta de verlo, como ese entusiasmo que él le pone todos los días. Levantarse a las 4 de la mañana, digo, para mí es un orgullo, porque lo veo que tiene voluntad, talento, emoción, dedicación, tiene carisma, tiene lo que él necesita para estar aquí.
Used to take care of himself and do the things the right way. Like Gandhi says, be you the change you want to see in the world. When he was in college, he was completely out of shape, out of order. I don't know.
Un tiempo perdido.
No lost time because he learned from that.
No, me refiero a un tiempo como no sabía qué iba a hacer. Se fue a colegio, sí, pero no llevaba en mente qué era lo que él iba a hacer. Sabía que le gustaba, pero no estaba muy enfocado en lo que él estaba estudiando.
I think he's able, he got the capacity to improve himself better and to be better every day. And I hope everything comes true the way he planned.
Fitness for me was probably the third step in my journey of health. So my daughter's birth was a catalyst for a lot of positive change in my life. After she turned a year old, I realized that I wasn't doing very well. I was struggling with postpartum depression. I was already prone to depression prior to getting pregnant. So when she came around, it hit me really hard. And I realized after a year that I wasn't getting better. So I needed help. And I started with my mental health, which also led me to work on my emotional health. And then once I had those two going, I decided that my physical health only made sense to get that in there too. Just because if I'm going to teach her how to be healthy and happy, I have to live those things. So for me, it just made sense to start tackling all of these issues in my life.
I didn't really plan to get started with fitness at all, but I found at one point that I couldn't reverse park. So my neck was so stiff that I had to do this old woman thing where you sort of lever yourself off the seat and then turn around, and it was horrible. And I thought, if I don't do anything about that now, then I will be in dire straits in a couple of years.
My family has always been really active. My dad is an athlete, and we did a lot of active things when I was little. I've always really enjoyed running and staying fit, but I kind of got into a point where I was doing the same things all the time, and I didn't feel like I was getting a lot of results. Then I had the fortunate opportunity to meet Itzel. I saw my strength improve. I saw my stamina improve. I felt like I was enjoying my workouts a lot more, and now I feel like I'm so much more sufficient, and my workouts are a lot more sustainable as I really have a fully fit lifestyle.
Well, it worked. I can now reverse park easily. Plus, I completely changed. My body has changed completely. I am happy, I'm bouncy, I get huge amounts of energy from it. I actually train every day, so that would have been unheard of 3 years ago. I've been training now for 2.5 years, and I just love it. You get addicted to it because you see results and you just feel so much better. Your body behaves in a way that you have so much more control over. You just feel content. It gives you a buzz. I think that's what it is. I had no idea it would do that for me, but it has, and I'm delighted. So yes, I'm hooked.
I think the motivation that I have that keeps me going is how I feel when I'm done with my workout, and how I feel like my whole day feels better because I feel stronger and I feel more alert, and I feel like I have the strength that I need to do like everything from a workout to like daily tasks. I think what keeps me going too is the fun to be able to do something a little bit heavier or a little bit stronger or a little bit longer, and the strength that I feel when I'm able to do those types of workouts.
My daughter is, she's my inspiration. Not to get too deep or personal, but she probably saved my life. I didn't even realize I had so many things that I had to work on until she came along, and I realized, how am I going to teach this person how to be happy and healthy if I don't even know those things myself? So yes, my daughter and now my son. I'm pregnant. Oh, thank you. Fitness. I've always had, I'd say, an unhealthy relationship with my body. So fitness has definitely given me a new appreciation for my body. I'm still working on loving how I look. However, I can say for the first time in my life that I have an appreciation for my body and what it does for me, how capable it is, and how it helps me reach my goals. So I have a new appreciation for my body that I've never had thanks to fitness, just because working with my brother, who's also my personal trainer, he's taught me things I didn't even know about myself, things that I could do that I never knew I could do before. So I'm grateful. Where I used to feel like my body was constantly failing me, especially after I gave birth to my daughter, I realized I was the one failing my body. So I'm just happy that I was able to make this connection here.
Fitness has changed my life because I feel like it's made my life better. I feel stronger. I feel like I can do anything I want. It's fun to be active. It's fun to be able to go out and go for a run or enjoy the city or do a strength workout where you just feel strong and you feel healthy. I love coming to Getfitzel because the environment is so supportive. Whether you're having your first workout here or your 100th workout, the environment and the culture is so positive. It's so fun. You feel like you're in it with a team and you feel like everyone is encouraging everyone to do their best.
Well, just like that, it has changed my life completely because I am just so much more content. I look forward to going to the gym or I go for huge walks. I also think that it's in the long term doing me good because I will not be the person that will just sit in front of the television when I'm older. I enjoy being out there. I enjoy moving my body. I feel very strong. I sleep much better. It's had huge amounts of benefit, and without wanting to even lose weight or change my body shape, it has, which I really like, as does my husband. So there you go. That's why. No, it's been the best thing. It's the best thing ever to have started fitness and to have met Itzel and to get to Getfitzel as well, because it's just a fantastic environment here. I love it, absolutely love it. I think it's not like any other gym. It's got these lovely plants. There's a great vibe going. The people you meet some of them are now friends. We meet up for dinner. It's just a real great community, and so it's more than fitness. Even it's a lot more than fitness. It's just opened up this new world for me.
I think what we did with the space, we should be very proud of. It was just a good start for me. And then, realizing that I can do it. I think that the biggest thing I could take from this whole experience is like, trust yourself. And it's easier said than done because, life and trauma and just like people around you can set you back. But like, I'm telling you, man, movement heals. And if you can get moving regularly, it helps you think more clearly. I don't know, man, it's changed my life. Like I was very insecure growing up. I wasn't really confident. I mainly started losing weight because I wanted to date women. I was like, yo, what up, ladies? And I kept getting rejected. And I was like, I'm gonna show them, kind of like revenge body. And then eventually it wasn't about revenge body. It was kind of like, no, this makes me feel good. Just because growing up, I was an angry motherfucker. I needed meditation. I needed to walk. But through strength training, it helped me kind of calm down and helped me kind of rechannel that energy of anger and I guess you could say dislike into love.
Like, where am I going? What am I doing? How'd it go, bro? Give me some direction. Should I do something else? Yeah.
Still recording.
Yeah. What up, bro? Yeah, what up? This is my brother. He really is. I say that he's my housemate, my brother, but he literally is my brother. I wish everybody in my circle had a piece of Itzel. He's great. He's great. Yeah, no problem. I mean it.